Hey everybody, Chris here from chrisamericos.com, where we help you level up and show the world the best version of yourself. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you about words that you probably mispronounce because we write the letter B in these words, but we don't say it. Pronouncing words correctly is important so that people understand what you're trying to say. In our last two videos where we talked about words that are commonly mispronounced, we looked at words with syllables that a lot of people don't say, and we looked at words where the stress changes the meaning of the word. And in today's video, we're talking about words with a silent B. And there are more pronunciation videos coming very soon, so make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. The first word that we're going to talk about today is the word bomb. A bomb is a weapon that explodes. We might say, the police are looking for the terrorists who put a bomb in the subway. But there's also a slang phrase that uses this word. The verb is to be the bomb. This means that something is really, really cool. We can say, this song is the bomb. It means we really like this song and we think it's cool. The next word is comb. And you might say, I always carry a comb in my purse. Comb is something that we use to move our hair to one side of our head. As you can tell with my hair, I need to use a comb every day. How do I look? And there's also a phrasal verb that uses this word. We can say to comb through something. This means to search very carefully, especially if there's a lot of information. So we might say, we've been combing through our files, but we can't find your document. I'm sorry. Our next word is crumb. A crumb is a small piece of food that usually breaks off of a bigger piece of food when you're eating. So we might say, he brushed the crumbs off of his jacket. If you have crumbs on your jacket, it just means that you're a messy eater. And there's also a verb, to crumble, which means to break into small pieces. So you might say, the cookie crumbled as soon as I picked it up. I hate when that happens. And that reminds me, there's also an idiom that we can use in English. We can say, that's how the cookie crumbles. And it means you just have to accept something bad that happened. All right, the next word we need to talk about is the word debt. That's right, it's pronounced debt. We don't say the letter B. Just like in all of the words that I'm telling you about today, we don't pronounce B. Debt is money that you need to pay back to someone. And it's not only money, but usually we use this word about money. So we might say, she's scared of getting into debt, so she doesn't use credit cards. If we want to talk about a person, an organization, or a country that needs to pay money back to someone or some other country or organization, we can call them a debtor. A debtor is someone who owes money. They need to pay. Hey, pay up. All right, the next word is doubt. And this is a word that I hear so many people mispronounce because they always say the B in the word. But this B is silent, just like all the other words we're talking about today. It's doubt. You might know a famous music group called No Doubt. Don't speak. And doubt is like the opposite of confidence, right? If we say that I'm confident about something, then I'm sure that it's true or it's false. But if I doubt something, then I'm not sure. I'm not confident about it. Your friends might tell you, never doubt yourself. It means be confident. And there are a few other phrases that use this word that I want to tell you about in this video today. One phrase is without a doubt, or we can say no doubt. Both of these phrases tell us that we are very sure or very confident about something. Or we might say there's no question about it, no doubt. So for example, I can say, without a doubt, she is the most beautiful woman in the room. It means I'm 100% confident about this. Another phrase is to raise doubts or to cast doubt on something. And this means that we make people unsure or less confident about something. Another way that we can use this word is with the verb to have. we can say, I have doubts about this. It means that I'm not sure or I'm not confident about it. Or we can say, I have no doubt about this. And that means I'm very sure or I'm very confident. And we can also say to be in doubt. And this means to be unsure or not confident. For example, I might tell you, when you're in doubt, just Google it. All right, the next word is not a nice word. It's not a curse word, so it's not really, really bad, but it's really not nice to say to someone. This word is dumb. The word dumb is similar to the word stupid. So you might tell someone, that's a dumb idea. Dumb is an adjective. That means that we can describe a person using this word, or we can describe a thing like an idea. But there's also another adjective we can use, dumbfounded, and the phrase to be dumbfounded by something. This means we're so shocked that we can't speak. So I might say, she was dumbfounded by his behavior. All right, the next word is lamb. And a lamb is a baby sheep. It's an animal, but it's also a type of meat. So if you go to some restaurants or order some types of food, they might ask you, do you want lamb or beef? I prefer lamb. And we also have another idiomatic phrase. We can say, be a lamb. And this means, do me a favor, or do what I'm going to tell you, please. For example, oh, I'm so tired. Be a lamb and get me a Coca-Cola from the refrigerator. We've talked about a lot of words with silent B's in them, and it's sometimes difficult to remember that it's silent, right? When you see this word written, you just want to say B, but we have to remember that we don't pronounce it in these words. And there are 4 more words with a silent B that I'm going to tell you about right now, but if you haven't done it yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the future videos that we put out about pronunciation, grammar, and using the English language. And learning the language without speaking the language doesn't make sense. So if you want to get some speaking practice, go to the description of this video, click the link to my English Everyday program, and come join us for speaking practice every day. Now, the next word we need to talk about is the word subtle. And subtle means that something is not very clear or not obvious. We might go to a museum and see 2 paintings that look very similar and say, there's a very subtle difference between these 2 paintings. It means the difference between them is very small, or it's difficult to say what the difference really is. You might also hear this word in some TV shows in a sarcastic phrase. When someone is being sarcastic and they say to another person, way to be subtle. And this means that the person said something or did something that was too direct or too obvious or too clear, and they needed to be more careful about what they were saying. All right, the next word that has a silent B at the end of it is the word thumb. That's right. In English, we don't call this the big finger. We call this a thumb. Someone might tell you, I sucked my thumb until I was 10 years old. And there are a lot of phrases that use this word, like the idiom to be all thumbs, which means to be clumsy or awkward or not good with your hands. So I might ask you, can you untie my shoe for me? I'm all thumbs today. Another very common phrase that people say is to give the thumbs up or to give the thumbs down. And this means to approve of something or to disapprove of something. So you might say to your coworker, my boss gave me the thumbs up on this project. It means my boss said that it was okay to start this project, or maybe my boss looked at my work and said, this is good work, and gave me the thumbs up. Now, I know in some countries or cultures, showing someone a thumb like this is something bad. But in English-speaking countries, it means everything is good. And 2 thumbs up means it's really good. Another idiom in English is to have someone under your thumb. And this means that they are under your control. So you might say, she has Jason under her thumb. He will do anything for her. All right, let's think about all of the words that we've just learned and the sound that they make, because they make a lot of different sounds, right? Bomb, comb, subtle, thumb, lamb. So there's a lot of different sounds that might be combined with this silent B at the end of the word. But the next two words that we're going to talk about make the sound ooh. There's no letter U in these words, but there is a letter O that makes an ooh sound. The first word is tomb. A tomb is a place where you bury a person who has died. Another word for this is a grave. You might know a popular video game and movie called Tomb Raider. An example of using this in a sentence might be, when they opened the tomb, they found a skeleton. And there's another word connected to this first word, which is tombstone. And the tombstone is the stone that has some writing on it and tells us where a dead person is buried. So you might say, my mother visits her father's tombstone every week. Okay, the next word that we're going to talk about also sounds like ooh, but doesn't have a U. It's the word womb. And the womb is the part of the woman's body where the baby grows. When a woman is pregnant and has a child inside of her stomach, well, it's not really in her stomach, it's in her womb. So we can say, the doctor told her that the baby was healthy in her womb. So both of those last two words sound like ooh, but they're written with O-M-B. And we can put them together and say, from womb to tomb. And this means from the beginning to the end of life. And if you feel like you've been learning English from womb to tomb, then you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Leave a comment under this video and let me know which of these words you usually mispronounce, or which of these words has a surprising pronunciation that you didn't know about before this video. And if you would like to practice speaking English, not just watching and listening, but also speaking English, then go over to my channel, go to the live category on my channel, and watch the live videos that I've done with other students. If you subscribe to this channel, then you can join me live and practice speaking too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.